Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today I'm bringing you multiple replays. The majority of them are in the Tier 7 Chinese Heavy, the BZ58. And as you can see, yes, I have been having some pretty good games in this thing recently. It's been getting me through the grind pretty quickly as well. I've got a whole array of XP boosters that I've been using. I've been using 4 pluses at the moment. Just been shooting through tier 7 quite quickly. Now, am I a big fan of the tier 7? Not particularly. Just because of its lack of mobility. It is just like the rest of them in the tech tree line. It's very slow turning. When you haven't got the rocket booster on, it's pretty damn slow in itself. So obviously having the rocket boosters is nice, right? It's a nice little gimmick. I must admit, I don't think it suits World War II. It looks a bit too gimmicky. But the actual what it actually does is it's quite a cool little gimmick. And yeah, it just means obviously in this pretty much dominated game that is World of Tanks by light tanks and mediums, you don't really stand much of a chance, right? You haven't got the view range, you just haven't got the speed, and you definitely haven't got the maneuverability. You want to be using everything you can to really boost that so you can turn better and faster. But you know, when it's in a brawly situation, it's great. You know, I do love heavy tanks when you can use them as a heavy tank. But obviously, it really does pay to have the removability. You know, being able to turn quickly and get away and things. So that's always good to have, like one of those boosters for trying to get away. Obviously this one's only got like 3, and I don't think that's enough, to be honest, to be, because the thing is like the maps are quite big these days. I used two of my boosters basically just to get into a good position and get there pretty quickly, and then if I have any boosters left, it's just that one that I can use to help get away from a bad situation. But you've got to know when that situation is coming, because you don't want to leave it the last minute, because obviously it takes you quite a while to turn your tank, and then obviously by that time you're in a whole heap of trouble. That could be right up behind you, and then obviously when the boosters finishes, you haven't quite made it back to a rock or a building. You're screwed, really. Yes, the armor does work quite well against lower tiers. When you're facing tier 8s and tier 9s, which we will see a lot of because you are tier 7, and tier 8 is probably the most played tier there is, yeah, they can go through your armor quite well. I mean, it's not like I've not bounced a tier 8. You can bounce tier 8s fairly regularly as long as they're not loading premium. I don't know what this guy was doing. I mean, yeah, don't want to be hit by this guy. And of course, get him taken out, but I got hit by something across the way there. I was and in this particular game, yeah, I was expecting to get. There were several people behind fighting this corner, and they seem to have disappeared at a good time. But I've been paranoid about having guys come up behind me. As you can see, through the majority of this game, we have been losing. So obviously, it's not looking good. Obviously, one of the main problems is always that the artillery's in the game, and that is another thing that annoys me. And yeah, you can guess why. I mean, I hate artillery. and you are a sitting duck to artillery in this game. In this thing, you're just dead slow, and obviously the enemy will be targeting you because he knows that artillery has moved, I believe, so he can get a shot on me at this point in the game. So yeah, once artillery's aiming at you and you're not behind solid cover, you can kiss your ass goodbye. To be honest, like I said, if you haven't got any rocket boosts, there's nothing you can do, and like I said, you've only got these rocket boosts in very short supply. You only really want to be using them at the very opportune time. So you do have to be very careful with them, use them very sparingly. But at the same time, you don't want to conserve them and end up not using them, getting killed, and or the game ending and you going, could have used that extra boost to get some more damage. And that is the thing, obviously, if you use the boost too early in the game and your team wins quite convincingly, it's impossible to chase the damage. If your team gets ahead of you and you've got no boosts, well, that's it. You're not getting any more damage at that game. So yeah, it's quite a difficult tag to use. It's not I would not suggest, if you're fairly new to the game, to go up the Chinese heavy line on this particular line. That's for sure, because it's not going to be fun. And yeah, I think this might be. I think I might have one upgrade left on this tank in these games I was going to show you. I think I've got one engine upgrade, but to be honest, it doesn't feel much different after the upgrade. And yeah, it can be a bit derpy. It does hit hard though. That is very nice, and obviously that's what you want from a heavy, right? To be hitting hard. And yeah, me and Hot Red Tomato have a good game in this game. I actually see him in a couple of games' time as well. I don't know if that was. I don't think that game worked out very well, so I don't think I have that replay. But it was interesting to see someone you just had a good game with be on the same team again. Obviously, if he's on the enemy team, I'll be a bit worried. And there we go. We've only got 2 enemy tanks left. I'm staying unspotted here. My TD is doing exactly what I want, and he's just spotting the enemy for me so I can actually hit him and hit him hard. So he is taking a risk, but we do take that guy out. We've got 3 kills now, and we've got almost 4,500 combined. We just got the 1 tank left. I'm not sure why he didn't come in to help. And there he is. And he missed by a country mile there. He's falling back. Now I've got one more. As you can see, got one more boost left, and might as well use it, right? And I'm just going to go in. I've got almost all my health left. He can do some real bad damage to me. Red Hot is in the cap, and I don't know why. We've got the numbers. I track him only. Very annoying. I was expecting him to turn around and shoot me, but he doesn't. He keeps running. And I put a lovely shot into his rear. Now I'm thinking, obviously, he still might be a good player. He might be trying to angle himself up here and bounce some shots, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to side scrape, which is possible in this tank against tiers like this. I'm expecting to take a hit, but I pump a lovely shot into him, and rather than him push and shoot me, he's fallen back again. Not sure why I don't think that's a good idea. And we finish him off there. So we've got over 5,000 combined damage. A lovely game, especially that little duel at the end there. Yeah, and that guy actually came third, even though on a losing game. So he had a great game as well. Yeah, got 7 kills to be fair. Yeah, and the rest of the team pretty damn terrible, but we were top tier there by quite a shot. So And then next match, obviously, this is the kind of map you do not want to be seeing really in this thing, because it's big and yeah, as you can see. And obviously, by the way, guys, if you engage the rockets, you cannot turn your tank hardly at all. So you really want to be keeping in a straight line. Yeah, you don't want to be in a alleyway where there's lots of rocks and stuff in the way, because you'll be hitting all of those and not getting your speed that you wanted. Not really. I was on this map. I'm not really sure. A heavy tank. It's not got the best gun depression. I was thinking. I normally go to the what was it F45 area. There's a good hill there. If you've got good gun depression, that's the kind of area I like to fight because it's in the middle of the map. You can kind of adjust. And we do a big hit on that tier 6 there. Took out basically half of his health. He's not having a good game so far. But obviously, in a heavy like this, you kind of want to go to the city. But quite often, tanks don't even bother going to the city. So, especially lower tier tanks, lower tier games, just seems a bit, I guess, it's quite a way out of the way. It just, I don't know, it's just not a particularly fun area, to be honest. The city in this map particularly. So yeah, I've chosen to come this way and kind of camping at this point, hoping that the enemy pushes in a stupid way. We're going to take some blind shots because obviously it is a low tier game. There's going to be lots of people camping. There's quite a few TDs in the game, to be fair, so they're going to be sat on that hill. Oh yeah. Didn't adjust up. As you can see, quite a long reload time, and the aim time's quite long as well. Just gonna wait and see if he pops up again. Take a blind shot, and then he comes out, of course. The shell velocity is it's a bit, like I said, overall quite sluggish. The aim time's quite slow. The shell velocity is fairly slow as well, the AP rounds, so I do have a lot of premium loaded. I hit him again. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, and he's pretty much dead. And he was a bit annoyed by that, so he tried to take a blind shot at me. Obviously, that meant he got finished off by one of our allies. So it's a 14-14 at the moment, and we haven't done too much. As you can see, our shells going that far across the map aren't exactly hitting where we've really aimed them, which shows you how kind of sluggish the shells are. And we do get spotted. I'm not sure about what, but obviously waiting for some shells to come in. But they don't come in our direction. Yeah, and there's a bit of a waiting game. This guy's pushing, which is fine. And we finish him off. That's a nice kill there. Now, again, the teams just are equal again. So it's a good thing we put that guy out of the game, because he was a tier 7. He was a Leo. Leos are very decent medium tanks, tier 7 medium tanks. So yeah, good rate of fire, good penetration, decent amount of speed. Yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity there, which is a bit of a shame. As you can see, we've only got the... Oh, just missed them by a hair's breadth. We pull back so we don't get shot at, but we want to take this opportunity to take out tier 7 in the game. I think we are top tier again, and of course artillery is coming in. Just missed us by a hair's breadth there. As you can see, it took us forever to turn this tank around. We had HE in there, but there's now a heavy spotted over there. So it's a bit of a shame. Like I said, we are top tier in this game, so HG's not necessarily a bad shout, especially if you're going to be firing on enemy TDs that are sat at the back. Yeah, like I said, not all the games in this replays are of this particular tank. I do have a Barask game at the end, which is obviously after grinding the Chinese tier heavies. Yeah, probably best not to have HE, but I forgot at this point. It was, yeah, like I said, grinding these super slow, sluggish tanks. Before I finish up, I quite often play some lights or mediums, just to fill the speed and hit him again. Unfortunately, we still have HE loaded. Just caught the end of him there, unfortunately, but we did get a bit of an assisted kill there, which is nice. Pull back the artillery. We've only got one HE left. I might as well just fire it at this point, I suppose. Again, only hit 430. So those, I think we fired 4 there that actually hit, and we got 450. And there we go, finished him off. But we didn't actually need the APC after that anyway. He was HE-able, unfortunately. Now it's 8-6, so we are winning, and we've got map domination here, so it's very likely they were going to win this game. So I am going to push forward. I'm going to use my boost to get up to this one, and I stop to take a shot here. And unfortunately, we wasted the boost only just to get a bit of tracking, and he goes unspotted. But is he still there? And he is still there. Thank you for that. Takes a lovely hit there. So it's now 7-5. We've got our whole hit points to play with at this point, so that ain't a bad shout. I'm going to just obviously use that a little bit to my advantage. Now we do have 2 enemy tanks over there, so we know there's half of their team is over there at least, so we've only got to compete against 2 more. My teammates seem to be very reluctant to push forward. I, on the other hand, is just going to go in, and we do take a hit, unfortunately. And bounce and miss, get missed there. Unfortunately, take a hit. And unfortunately, it is quite a good enemy tank, but we did bounce that shot. And we do take him out. He does push himself out too much. There we go. That's the guy who we got to be worried about. He's got very good camo. Yeah, and he can pen us if he loads premium rounds fairly easily if he hits us flat on. So he pushed up again. There he is. Yeah, rushed that shot a little bit, but as you can see, it's now 4-3, so the enemy team has kind of equaled things out a bit. But I am relying on my abilities and the armor of this tank and the gun of this tank to help win it. I mean, at this point, I am here, so I might as well. This guy's full health. I'm worried about getting pushed from the right here, which is what he should be doing at this point. The Hellcat, I'm just bouncing shots now. I don't know how that Tiger's got unspotted, to be honest. And we finished that guy off. And I'm probably just going to wait and see if I can get that Tiger spotted and killed. And then I will push that TD for sure. Just waiting for my team to back me up. It's still 3-2, so we're hoping that that heavy comes around the corner and spots him. There we go. He's been spotted. And put him down to 15 health. Bit annoying, I didn't get that kill. And we're just going to finish this guy off. I'm not going to shoot at this point. And we do shoot. He does pen us. You see that, guys? We'll just carry on pushing at this point. He's going to pen us again. But there we go. We're going to ram him to death. But yeah, whatever. We've got well over 4,000 combined there. We've got 5 kills as well. And yeah, you first class, you can be a bit of a bully in this thing when you're top tier. Especially with the rockets. If you play them right, you can do some awesome ram damage in this thing. But yeah, you've got to be very careful because obviously you can't steer very well. But yeah, we're in the AMX M449. Nice little tank. It's got some great armor, but this isn't a particularly... I'm going to spoil it. It's not a winning game. As you can see how my team's gone. Wasn't particularly happy with the way my team has gone. And unfortunately, I was here obviously concentrating on the game. By the time I realised that the game is over, it's like, ah, crap, really? Because, to be honest, there's only 3 of us here, but there's a good portion of the enemy team here. But a lovely shot into the bottom plate of this guy. So he's top tier as well, so... You know, if we can take this guy out, it would be very nice. I'm going to put another shot into him. See if we can get that lower plate. This guy's pushing. And a lovely shot into him. He's clearly not particularly happy. Now, unfortunately, physics get caught on this rock. Else we would have put another shot in by now. And I've fluffed that shot, unfortunately. Let's see if he puts another shot into us. No. We're going to push, push. We won't get that lower plate. Guaranteed this shot in. And yeah, he's not loading the time, luckily. And of course, artillery's already on us. I'll put in premium to make sure, guarantee the shots. Because we're outnumbered, and artillery is just going for us, and it's actually 9-13 at this point. Obviously I didn't realise at this point, and he misses that shot. We do pen his cupola finally, but unfortunately leave him on a one shot, which is quite annoying. And now we're just trying to get out of artillery's way at this point. And of course he does hit, but he only does a tiny bit of damage. Very annoying. I put a lovely shot into this guy. Type 59. Bit of an old school premium tank, but I guess this one is as well. And we take him out. So we got over 2,000 damage and a kill. Yeah, and it's 6-9 now. And we finally finished off that guy. I wonder how much damage that guy did in the end. Yeah, so 2 kills, nice. And of course artillery. And it's 4-8 again. I think I might have realised that at this point that the game was over. So might as well push. And of course we track him, but don't damage him. So that's great. And again, we track him. We really needed to be doing damage at this point in the game. If we have any chance of actually winning, we do put a shot into him before he falls back. And then we realise there's a tank behind us, so I pull back. It's a Panther 88, so one-on-one I'll be able to take that guy out. But yeah, with his DPM and a second guy. Of course, he gets a shot into me. So I'm just at this point, we've lost this game, so I'm going to go in. And of course, bounce my next shot. And my medium goes in to take out the Panther, which is great. And I know what to do here, face hug him basically, but I Panther is now putting shots into me. We put another shot into him. But he does a wonderful thing, and he blocks the enemy's shots onto me. I was like, God, thanks. So we put him down to a one shot. Seeing if keep him tracked to keep him as cover here. And we take him out. But unfortunately, we are tracked. Oh no, actually, we survived. Yeah. So over 3,000 damage, 2,600 blocked. Come top of the team by quite a bit. And we were best in game for damage, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately we did lose that one by quite a bit as well, to be fair. But what can you do, right? And the last game is on Lakeville in the Brask. And it is a great tank, especially when I've been grinding heavies. It was nice to go out something speedy and flexible like this one. And it's been out for quite a while, the Brass, but it's still a great tank. You can really hold your own in it still. So we come up to this kind of like area we're trying to spot here. Obviously it's a bit risky because obviously light tanks can be shooting down this corner. Waiting for it to go side on. We put a lovely shot into it and 2 shots into it. Does get us spotted, unfortunately, and our friend there just got killed. Not a good start. One of our tanks down, taken down pretty quickly. And what we want to be doing is taking out that light tank, really. See if he's still there. Fortunately not. But this guy's coming in. Right, luckily he doesn't know I fired my second shot. So I'm going to pretend that I'm loaded so he doesn't push. I mean, pretty crazy, right? He just needs to push me, right? But I'm almost fully loaded now. He's just sitting there. And, yeah. You either want to push, mate, or you want to pull back. You don't really want to be sitting there. And we go for a full reload. Because we can at this point. We've got no one pressuring us at this particular point. Yeah. And there's that light tank. Unfortunately, not loaded. Really would like to have been loaded. And actually, to be honest, guys, I actually can't remember if I win or lose this game. So we're going to have to see what happens in the end. Guy coming across there gets, of course, as soon as I can get a shot on him, he disappears. And at this point, I'm like, I haven't actually got many people behind me. I've got a TD that's not playing. I've got a light tank that's not spawned in behind me. So this is not looking good for our team, is it? Let's face it. Seeing if this guy... Ooh. As soon as I get spotted, they're doing the right thing and backing up. Seeing if I get a shot on that. I may have got my normal rounds in, so I'm probably not going to be able to pen that guy from the front. And yeah. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Now I'm spotted. And I'm getting shot at. And my teammates committed suicide. Yeah, and almost I was very lucky there not to get shot. But as you can see, this game is just not working. So we're pulling back. Staying here because we've got some guys in front of us. So hopefully not be the first guys getting shot at here. There's an Oni. I've got premium rounds loaded. And to just obviously make mincemeat, I didn't probably need the premium from those, but the game is going badly for us, so it's probably best to have APCR loaded at all times right now to make sure every shot counts, to try to even up the teams a little bit. As you can see, we've got about 2,000 combined. Nothing amazing, just got the 2 kills as well. And of course, they stop at the wrong time. Bit annoying. But what can you do, eh? Just waiting for my team to spot them up. My light tank has just gone full into the enemy team. I guess he's given up. Bit annoying. Put a lovely side shot into that guy. And a second one. Track him. Damage his engine. But as usual, no one takes advantage of enemy tanks being tracked. And he gets away without me doing any more assisted. And there's that TD who's not playing, which is nice. He's going to distract the team for a while at least. And there we go. Finish off the stockade. And reload. That light tank is falling back. Probably a good idea. That light tank is trying to follow him. I wish I had that other shell now. I'll finish off that light tank. But yeah, because he's going to be a problem. Because he's going to outspot me. Oh, and then a bit of lag there. A lag spike. Yeah, and he's just getting behind cover. He's going to prove a bit of a nuisance to me later on. Of course. Ducks behind cover just in time there. Pushing behind this. Luckily, we've won this line, so we don't have to worry about getting hit from behind. So we're going to stay here. Just behind this little ledge, so we can duck behind it if enemies start firing at us, and having the ability to pull back. That TD there is just acting as, well, target practice, which is nice. So we're now down to 4 to 5. Seeing if we can get side shots that we do. Put them down to a one shot. We do get hit, but only by that light tank. And unfortunately, all our tanks in this corner are dead. So we are going to try to push up to help support this medium and heavy. Hopefully try to stay unspotted. Unfortunately don't. So probably going to get shot in the back here. Luckily just get unspotted. Probably just as those guys were coming around that corner. That heavy side finally realizes that this flank is gone. So he's seems to be into a defensive position. This medium is pushed up. Now if we want to win this game, we've got to keep as many of our guys alive as we can. So I'm going to push here. Hopefully not going to get spotted. Do get spotted. Of course we hit just tracks. And then there we go. And unfortunately, yeah, just that little ledge there. That was very lucky. Should have taken a hit there. As you can see, we've got over 4,000 damage and 3 kills. And it's a 3-on-3 game. Are we going to be able to finish these guys off? Our medium is full back. We're going to finish this guy off. He didn't even spot me. We've reloaded, ready for that light tank. Just in case we... Yeah, because we're going to need 2 shots to finish this guy off. Yeah, and basically we're not going to have a good time trying to fight this guy, because it's going to be down to him. So we're going to go in for try to finish him off. Yeah, we fluffed those shots for sure. And we've got a long reload. Now he's down. A little bit more health. It's just him left. So we're pretty much guaranteed to win this game. I mean, you can't guarantee anything in this game, to be honest, but I'm going by that assumption, of course. Locked on. Ruined that shot. And again, that shot just missed. So we're going for a ram at this point. And of course, bashed him into there. And he misses his shot. That was a bit bad of him, to be honest. Just guaranteeing. We're just waiting here now, guaranteeing. There we go. Guaranteed that kill. So we've got 5 kills, and just under 5,000. And guys, this tank is amazing. This is not even a first class, so that goes to show how good this tank is. Anyway, if you did like this video, give it a like and subscribe. So I've got a couple of mastery games in the Chinese heavy to come fairly soon. So if you want to see those, yeah, subscribe. Anyway, bye guys.